Hey guys, hope you're doing good. Real quick before I start driving, because this package is a little big to pick up while I'm driving. So this box, 4 pounds, almost 3 pounds 9 ounces, decent size. Just a quick tip. In general, as I'm sure many of you do as well, if you sell a multitude of sizes and weird items, hopefully I'll be showing you, well, I'll be showing you regardless, but I have a box that I just packed up to ship. It's 54 inches long, 36 inches wide, and 8 inches thick. It fills up like the whole back seat of this thing. Waiting for the buyer to pay, and then I was going to put a video up about that. But anyway, so on this box though, normally if things are under a pound, obviously the easiest and cheapest way to ship them is first class, like these. But once you get over that pound, you've got some options. And a thing to remember is that depending on where it's going, the cost on this could be drastically different. So this package here is a photo. It's a Norman Rockwell picture. It's not a photo, it's a lithograph in a frame. Sold it for 28 bucks or something like that. I charge 20 for shipping because it is shipping and handling, and they do take some time to pack. So it was like $50. I only spent $4 on the photo itself, or the print itself, and now it's going to cost me $9 to ship it. So $12 in plus fees and $51 out. Not bad. But what I was going to say is, normally once it goes over a pound and it's in a box this size, 9 times out of 10, at least for me, I have found the cheapest option is FedEx Smart Post, and I haven't had any trouble with FedEx Smart Post. This one, however, it was, since it's going, I'm in Utah, it was only going to California. It was only like 3 cents difference for me to ship it with priority mail. And with priority mail, I get free $100 insurance, and it's going to get there in 2 days. So if you're trying to boost your feedback, under promise and over deliver on your delivery times, and you'll be shocked. It makes it real easy. I put the dimensions all in on FedEx Smart Post, and then I change my shipping settings over to USPS, click the compare, and if it comes up and it's close or, you know, reasonably different, then I'll go with priority instead of, you know, FedEx Smart Post. The only thing to be careful of is, obviously, if you promise priority, you don't want to switch back to something that's going to be slower unless you contact your buyer. So anyway, this is a notebook that sold. Those are selling slowly now. This, in a way, it's kind of cool and it's kind of sad. I've talked about it a bunch. This is my last stapler, going to Mobile, Alabama. So one of those items where I found a whole bunch in an auction lot, and they just kind of sold as they went. So what I wanted to mention today is my sales have picked up a lot, because I think I've been listing more and I got top rated. But you know, I've talked before about business models, and you know, Jay and Ryan would laugh at me when I thought this picture to me was kind of a long tail, in a way that I had it for 3 months. You know, they have stuff for years and years. But with those pictures, I thought they would both be gone. I mean, in days, weeks at the most. And one did go pretty quick, but the other one just sat around. So I think that goes to the upside of my business model, which is I do have some clothing. I keep getting more and more, and I'm going to make a bins trip. I haven't even listed all my stuff from the bins last time yet. We got it all cleaned, and Wendy got it all folded, and it's ready to be photographed and packaged. But I haven't even listed it yet. So I've got like 40 items there. And then I'm going to go to the bins in Colorado, coming up this week. Well, it'll probably be a week and a half from now. So I'll have more clothes. So I am going to have quite a bit of clothing. I'm going to have jewelry. But then I do have weird, bulky items, like that huge box I talked about. It's a Clark Little photography print. And it's a huge 4-panel glissé that goes on the wall. I mean, like I said, the reason the box is 54 inches long is the panels are 52 inches long. So, like Craigslist Hunter said, don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Where this kind of makes a lot of sense to me, though, is it seems like clothing and the smaller items, the more commodity and necessity items, they will sell, fairly rapidly. Whereas some of your odd items that maybe have a really high profit margin, though, they're going to sell slower. So it's nice to have a mix of the two, because you can kind of have that basic stuff kind of carry along, those bread and butter items, as a lot of people call them, and then you get a boost every so often when one of those big, not necessarily a home run item, but just a higher profit margin item sells, and adds to your profit. So far that seems to be working pretty good for me. I'm curious because I have never messed with it at all, and the only reason I'm doing it is due to basically free inventory that I'm doing a split on the sale on with my sister-in-law, and that is on jewelry. So I've done some research on eBay, and there's a lot of jewelry that sells. It's just nothing I've ever sold before. But then again, I never sold clothes before now either, and haven't had any issues with that. I've sold quite a bit of clothing, so we're going to give that a shot, and that'll give us even more diversity in the store. And I think diversity is the biggest key to, not the biggest key, but a big factor in having consistent sales. I think you can do it one of two ways. You can have a large diversity, a spectrum of items, and so therefore, different items sell at different times, and different ones have different lead times, and so it kind of makes it to where you have consistent sales. Or if you're specializing, then the big key becomes having a huge inventory. Endless Entrepreneur, Just Thrifted, Emma, Just Another Seller, they focus on clothing only. So in order for them to have, Rockstar Flipper does a ton of clothing. So in order for them to have very consistent sales, their strategy is they have to have a ton of clothes listed, just lots and lots and lots of clothes listed. And then they're going to have some that go through real quick, and others that set for a little bit. State's Place, Nicole State, same thing. It's all about, focused on one item and a high volume of it, and then you can get to that consistent price. You can do that with a variety store as well, but you've got to have a lot of variety. So I don't think that would be a quick build business model. That's why I think a lot of people started with clothes and have stuck with clothes, is you can get a lot of items and storage isn't as big an issue, and you can list them rather quickly. So anyway, that's all I've really got for now. Just gonna drop these off, and then I've got a couple jobs I'm trying to do. I'm heading out of town. Today's Monday. I gotta work today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, and get a bunch of little stuff tied up, because headed out on that Colorado-Oklahoma trip. Excuse me. Headed out on that Colorado-Oklahoma trip on Thursday, so I came in on a short week and have a short week, so it's been kind of a crazy couple days. But got all my stuff packaged and get it all shipped out before I go. I'm going to change my handling time out and go for it again. So anyway, till next time, guys, I hope you all do well. Keep listing, keep sourcing, especially keep listing, and those sales will keep coming. New rental place there for RVs and vans. That's odd. I don't usually drive this way, so it's kind of weird. So yeah, keep that up. If these are helping you, hit that thumbs up button. Comment down below, subscribe if you want to see what's coming out. I will try and do some videos when I head out on the trip, and we will see you guys then. Till next time, have a great one.